The Roman Colosseum is one of the most famous and impressive ancient sites still in existence today. Every year, millions of tourists flock to see it, and it has been dubbed one of the new seven wonders of the world. It remains the largest amphitheater ever built, despite being nearly 2,000 years old. It is, without a doubt, an engineering marvel. So how did the Romans build such a monument? The materials and siting of the Roman Colosseum. The primary building material of the Roman Colosseum was an estimated 100,000 cubic meters, which are equivalent to 3.5 million cubic feet of travertine stone, a type of limestone from Tibur, near modern-day Tivoli. On top of this were a similar amount of Roman concrete, bricks and tuff. In other words, volcanic rock. The Roman concrete was really what allowed the Colosseum to be built so solidly. Modern engineers believe the main reason that the Colosseum is still standing today is because of its solid concrete foundation. The Colosseum was built on a wetland near the Tiber River. The poor soil condition meant that the builders had to dig deep to ensure that the Colosseum was stable. The Colosseum was badly damaged during earthquakes in 443 AD and 1349 AD. However, if it weren't for its concrete construction and foundation, it is likely the damage would have been much worse. In addition to all the concrete, around 300 tons of iron clamps were used to hold the large stone blocks together. During the medieval period, many of these clamps were pried from the walls, and the Colosseum is scarred with pockmarks to this day. The architecture of the Roman Colosseum. The Colosseum was designed to inspire awe in all those that saw it. At its completion, it was not only one of the most complex structures ever built, but also one of the largest. At a time when most buildings were only one story, the Colosseum soared above all else. With 50-meter-high walls, approximately around 164 feet, that covered an area of 6 acres. The Colosseum was twice as long and 1.5 times as wide as a modern football field. These walls, made from white travertine stone, would have glistened in the sun. The design of the Colosseum followed the 3 major architectural orders or styles of the classical architecture. These date back to ancient Greece. The 3 styles were originally Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. The Romans made their contribution by adding the Tuscan style, which was simpler than the Doric design, and the composite style, which was more ornamental compared to Corinthian. In Greek architecture, the orders were predominantly structural and focused on the use of supporting pillars. Roman architecture, on the other hand, focused much more on the use of arches. The 3 orders became more decorative than structural in Roman usage, evident in the design of the Roman Colosseum's exterior. The columns of the ground floor were done in the simpler Tuscan style, while the 2nd floor was done in the slightly more lavish Ionic style. The 3rd floor was the most ornate, utilizing the intricately decorated Corinthian style. The design of the Roman Colosseum became more stylistically complicated the higher it went. The perimeter is made up of 80 acres on the first 3 floors. On the ground floors, these arches were, at their largest, 4.2 meters or 13.7 feet wide and 705 meters or 23.1 feet tall. On the 2nd and 3rd floors, the arches were the same width, but only 6.45 meters, around 21.1 feet tall. The 4th floor was stylistically different. Rather than arches and columns, the 4th floor was made up of flat panels. While originally thought to be quite austere, recent cleaning has proven the opposite. It seems these panels were adorned with carvings and inserts of azurite and bronze. The Roman Colosseum has 2 main entrances, which were used for different purposes. The northwestern entrance was called the Porta Triumphalis. The name indicates its use of triumphal processions. And it was also utilized by gladiators entering the arena. The southeastern entrance was called the Porta Libitinaria. It was named after the Roman goddess of funerals and burials, Libitina, and used to carry out the bodies of those who died within the Roman Colosseum. The Roman Colosseum's legacy is undeniably bloody. likely built by slaves and paid for with blood money. It was used to host blood sports and executions. However, it was also used to showcase beauty through Sylvae, recreations of natural scenes used to show an urban population what the outside world looked like. Even today, in its more diminished form, the Colosseum still inspires wonder. At its prime, it must have been astonishing to the common plebeians who visited it. The Colosseum and its design give us a window into the life in the ancient Roman world. A world as full of genius and beauty as violence and bloodshed. And that's led us to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Do leave us a like and comment on what history-related topic you would like us to cover next. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.